Jaxson, was there ever any doubt that you were going to play in this game, and can you sort of take us through your thought process on this one?
Yeah, there wasn't any doubt. Never even had a second thought about it. So I'm just really excited to go compete one last time with the guys.
I think it's like maybe 98% of y'all's roster that can play is playing. I mean, what does that speak to? I know we ask y'all this all the time, but in an era where there's a lot of the players who just choose not to, what does it mean to this locker room?
I think it just shows, like, the bond that we have with one another. There's, like you said, there's a lot of guys who really could and have, cases to be, first rounders and whatnot. And we kind of just came together and we're just like, we want to finish this the way that we started it. And so they were pretty easy conversations between us. And, I can't even really remember, a lot of guys even having doubt of if they were going to play or not.
I just asked Lane about Austin and kind of his recruiting, the way you did it on social media and going out with these prospects. Just what are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I'm not really, involved right now with that stuff. But, I think that he's doing a great job, obviously. I think they've got a few recruits coming. It's kind of like a weird situation right now because we have so many guys that are leaving and then you see, all these recruits coming in. But I think he's done a really good job. He kind of tells me some of the guys that he's reaching out to and talking. So I think they're going to do a really good job in the portal period.
And just what were your thoughts when you found out that you guys were playing Duke? What do you think of them as a team, program, that kind of thing?
Obviously they're coached very well, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They run the same scheme that Penn State ran on the defensive side, had the same coach. So I think, they've had a great year this year, especially from previous years. And I think that, everybody has talked about, how they were a basketball program. I don't think that's the case anymore. So they've won a lot of games this year. They're playing on a really high level. They have a lot of good guys, especially in the back end on the defensive side of the ball. So I'm just really excited to get the chance to compete against them.
With how late this game is for y'all in the recruiting window and guys considering the draft combine and all that stuff, is it easy to kind of keep the focus since everybody's kind of all in on Jacksonville right now, or is there just a lot kind of to balance?
I think we're just, trying to just take in all the time that we have left together. Honestly, we're having a lot of fun at practice, and we know that, the days are counting down. And, I know especially for me, you just want to make the most of the time that you have with each other. And, I think we're just having a lot of fun and really just trying to take in and live in the moment.
Going off that, how do you balance getting ready for the bowl game, but also your future, trying to get to the NFL, and how do you balance that?
I'm not too worried about that right now. I'm just worried about, playing this last game. That stuff is going to be fine and take care of itself. So, I'm really just excited to go out one last time with the guys, go, chase another victory, get to 10 wins, and just have a lot of fun doing it.
If you don't mind going back a little bit, just with the transfer portal stuff, I'm curious, in your memory, what made Lane want you to commit to Ole Miss, and why is he so good at transfer portal recruiting?
I just think because he's real, he's honest. There's a lot of coaches that are not that way in the portal, and you kind of see the product that he puts out there on the field. And I really liked what he did with, Matt Corral, especially him being a West Coast kid. So I felt like I could relate to that a little bit. And then also coach, having a ton of experience coaching on the West Coast and having connections and whatnot. So I felt like we kind of just clicked early on. And, he had a good vision for me and what he saw that, I could achieve here. And it was something that I bought into really early. And I just think that like I said, our connection early on was kind of like the main piece for me coming here.
You brought up the 10 wins thing. Is that mark important for you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anytime you can get into the double digits, especially playing in the SEC, that's really hard to do. So I think that's definitely a huge goal.
I guess when it's all, the dust settles and everything, will you kind of sit down and look back and reflect on kind of the things you accomplished, especially this year with the record book, and just where you're leaving your legacy here?
I haven't really taken too much time to think about it as of right now. I think I'll kind of do more of that once the game's over. But I've just been very appreciative of the time that I've had here, and I feel like I gave it my all. So I'm just grateful to have the opportunity to play with these coaches, play with these players from the 3 years that I've been here. It's been a real blessing. So I've loved my time, and it's been the best decision that I've made.
Any questions for Jaxson?
Appreciate y'all.